Hi guys, so we're up at, I'll just turn you around because the light's in your eyes. We're just up at Tain now. We're in a nice little spot which we'll add on. It's a car park in Tain in the Highlands on the off of the A9. And it's a little park up, it's called Shore Street Car Park, but we'll add it in on the thingamajig. And we're just cooking wild garlic chicken Kievs on the air fryer down there, ticking away on the blue hattie. So yeah, and what we'll do is, like I said in my last video, we're heading up to my dad's, and we're going up near John O'Groats there. So yeah, it's been cold up in Islands today. We've set out today. I've had the windows, the window washers have frozen up, and yeah, it's been a right nightmare. But anyway, we're here now, and the what three words for this particular place, and I'll hold them up to show you to the camera. Volcano Region Health. So yeah, that's what we're doing tonight. Anyway, once we've had us tea, we'll be taking dogs out, but we're not going to get no footage tonight, obviously, because it's pitch black out here. We've discovered one thing in making a blind for the window. We made the blind we put magnets in it basically for the side window, what we've had put in the van. See there, but it's too long, that's folded over at minute. So we need to adapt it and put more magnets in around the edge of it to stick on. So that's something we can get done. And yeah, diesel heater's keeping us warm in here. We've also had a new cushion for Christmas off the father-in-law, and we've had our cushion come for the top of the diesel heater box, the bench seat just there. So that's our cushion what's come, and that. Other than that, there's not much else to report tonight. If anybody's got any any Pacific things they want to see on the A9 going up this Pacific parts up here, for anywhere you're thinking of visiting, up in between Tain from here and up round the top, the top North Coast 500, let us know, leave us a comment or send an email, and we'll go and show it you. If there's any particular thing you want to see or anything like that, then yeah. So, but anyway, we'll leave you for now and we'll pick you up a bit later. Thanks for watching. Good morning guys, and we're in a not so sunny Tain. This is the stop where we was at. Well, I'll put what three words on, you'll see that. Anyway, a nice little park up down here. It's quite flat as well. That's in Tain, sunny Tain. Nice paths to walk along down here with your dogs and stuff, because right way along down here, and there's a bridge down here which we'll show you just shortly. North Sea, and that's up the coast of Caithness, just up there, where we'll be heading after we've took the dogs up. Say it's bitter cold here this morning though, not warm at all, but we'll get some footage for you anyway, and I'll pick up with you again shortly. And you've got down here in Tain at this park up, you've got Tesco's, and that's just through there. I don't know if you can see the red light of the Tesco sign. It's just through the trees there. You've also, further across that way, you've got B&M's. Sorry, Home Bargains, Lidl's. We've got all that kind of thing down here. Yeah, it's bitter cold. Temperature's gone up a bit. But it's 5 degrees, but wind chill feels like -5 at the minute. Got my padded shirt on, my usual blue padded shirt, what you might see, and my coat, and I still feel like I've got fucking nothing on. It really is cold. This is a football pitch at Tain. That's the park up back down there. The paths. They've got plenty of benches along here to sit down. Like I say, there's benches all the way along here, literally right the way down in the distance there. Looks like a little pond here. That's the sea, obviously. And then the other side of the path, you've got a little pond. And just down here, they've got these benches dotted about here in Tain. And they've got, well, they must have cost a fair bit, but they've got old dogs carved in them, as you can see here, in loving memory of Fraser Moore, George Bremner. Nice bench, it's all been carved. So that's the little pond thing next to it. And yeah, just down here, they've actually got a skate park just in distance down here, which you'll see soon. There's a bridge just here. I don't know if you can make it out on there. There's a little bridge what you can go around, which we're going to go around that just shortly and have a look. Just had air fryer working again from 100% last night. It's basically, we're cooking tea last night. We had chicken Kiev and chips, and that's basically took it down with the breakfast this morning. I've had square sausage, lawn sausage, and a ring of black pudding, a ring of haggis, and that's took it down to, I think it's 44%, isn't it? Took it down to 44% from 100. That's we're cooking last night and cooking this morning, so it's not too bad. It's not biggest of power packs, but it's not, you know, it's not too bad. But as I mentioned before, it is still for sale because we're going down a different route now. So anybody that's interested in the Bluetti AC 180 and you're up in the north of Scotland, please give us a message if you're interested. They've got a play park here for the kids where you can walk along to. So if you've got kids, that's an handy thing, which is just there. And just up ahead here is the skate park. So they've got quite a few things down here. And that's the bridge just coming up. So plenty of wildlife, as you can see, birds and everything. As I say, it's bloody freezing. Anybody'd think it were winter. Other than that, I was thinking about, because I get problems with my plantar fasciitis or whatever it's called. So I was thinking, I've seen a lot of people on YouTube posting videos that they've got. I noticed Field View Adventure. I watched one of their videos the other day. I watch them all the time. I think it's Catherine and Steve, and I think she's had a pair. Also Wandering by Choice, I watch them, and they have them. I think they have them. It's called, what's it called again? I forgot the company's name now, what it's called, with the shoes. What I said now, I can't remember now, but they have these special shoes anyway, and it caters for plantar fasciitis and, you know, foot problems. So I'll have to try and remember that one. I only watched it the other day, that's how forgetful I am. But yeah, so if anybody else knows the name of it, please leave it in comments, because I could do again a pair of trainers from them to help me along a bit. They're a bit more padded when you've got foot problems and stuff. But this is the skate park here. They must have there's one of these big trees have come down in storm, so that's what's happened there. As you can see, there's graffiti on it like usual, like every skate park, probably everywhere in the UK. More benches here, and there's the bridge we're going over. You can see it make out a bit of a rainbow in the sky there. As you can see, we're coming across the bridge, and you can make out a bit of a rainbow, I think, in the sky across there. Or it would seem to be anyway. Bit of a rainbow there. Nice little path these are to walk down. Nice views. There's Tain back there. Very nice, but very cold. Pick you up again later, guys. And this is the Dornick Bridge, guys. Heading over the Dornick Bridge. And this is what takes us then up through, as we've left Tain, up through Golspie, Aurora, Helmsdale, and then into Caithness. Just at the top of Helmsdale, then you're into Caithness then. So the counties we've passed through are west of Ross, where we live on the west coast, into east of Ross, which is Tain. Now we're just passing through into Sutherland, as you'll see the sign. Left east of Ross into Sutherland, and then at the top of Helmsdale, then we'll be into Caithness, which will show you that sign when we pass through there. Wick 64 mile. Smooth as a train track, this is. This bit of road here. Sounds like a train. Cha-chum, cha-chum, cha-chum. Might not be able to hear it so much on there, but it'll pull your fillings out anyway. Anyway, we'll catch up with you again a bit later. This here, what you can see, this big hill is called the Mound. That's a focal point as you're coming up here, that's called the Mound. And then up here on your left, you can turn to Legg and Rogat. Well, Legg is known, it's where I used to live, one of the places I've lived before, as the gateway to the West Coast Highlands. It's the gateway to the West Highland Way. And that's left down there. And then straight ahead up the A9, as you can see, is Brora, is Golspie, then Brora, and Helmsdale. If there's anything anybody wants to know, or any places up here, or if they're thinking of visiting somewhere and you want to know if it's worth visiting or what's there, then feel free to leave a comment or email us, and I'll tell you exactly what's there, or what it is you want to know in places up here in the Highlands. So feel free and subscribe as well. That'd be really helpful. Just allows us to keep doing these videos and getting you as much information as we can. This here's Goldsby we're coming into. On your right hand side here, there's a little campsite. It's got hard standing. It's not very big. There's a waste point there for emptying and stuff like that. It's on a little industrial bit on your right there. That's just as you come into Goldsby. And there's Goldsby Golf Club and also North Coast Go-Karting. And that's down towards the pier in Goldsby. So if you take a right, just down to Little Ferry Pier, just here, then that's where you'll get along to the golf course. They do meals in there, quite good. Children's park on right there. A few shops around Goldsby. Don't know if this is still a charity shop on the corner here. Used to be a shop, but then it were a charity shop. It looks to be, yeah, charity shop there as you first come in. There's a car park here, and there's a shore walk, a path across the shore. I'm not sure if you can stay in there for the night. There's a sign saying something on it, but and then down here they do nice fish and chips. That's the Trawler restaurant there. Very nice fish and chips in there. There's a butcher's. More charity shops on your left. Pharmacy. That's a nice Chinese. That's okay. There's toilets in that car park there on your left. That's in Goldsby. You can get to it up the side of the co-op here. There's someone no one likes. That's council service point, but more importantly, the police department, the feds, the Fed station. That's a good shop, Lindsay and Co. That sells everything. It's like a hardware store that sells pretty much everything you need, really. And there's a bowling club here on your left if you like a bit of bowling. And that's us leaving Goldsby now, and this is Dunrobin Castle. That's the back entrance, or the way out, should I say. And it's just round the corner where Dunrobin Castle is. We'll give you a little sneak peek at Dunrobin Castle. We won't be going inside it, we'll leave that to you guys, but it is very grand. It's a very nice place, which you guys will see for yourself when you come up. Not sure if it's open at this time of year or not. We'll see if the gates are open, just to pull in to show you, to give you a quick look. See if we can pull in, see if the gates are actually open. It would seem to be. And this is Dunrobin Castle down here. Like I say, it's a very grand place. There'll be a lot of history on this place. I mean, I've lived up here most of my life, but I ain't done my research on this place. It's just because we're passing. I've been to it and in and around the grounds. I've never actually been inside it, but from what I have seen in other footage of people's got, it's very nice. It's very nice grounds in the summer and stuff. There's a nice clock at the top up there on the. And this is going, and this is heading out now. As you see, there's some lovely stonework, the walls and everything, even leading out of the property. Some really nice walks in and around the grounds. Obviously better in summertime. I used to park, there's a side entrance there I used to go down. with the 4x4 down there. Really quite nice in the summer. These rhododendron bushes you're seeing on the left here, across all the estates which you'll visit, which obviously the English have owned since the island clearances, mostly English owned, some foreign people, but they've all got these rhododendrons. That's because in there, I think it was the 1800s, correct me if I'm wrong, I think it were in the 1800s, all the rich folk brought them over, and then they've took off in Scotland, and you'll find them around every estate now with purple flowers, these rhododendrons. They go mad. They just took off and they go crazy. So as you can imagine, it's a lot nicer in summer when everything's in bloom, which hopefully it will soon be summer. We're coming into Brora now. Football pitch on your right, and then just as we come into the village, that used to be the old police station here on your right, the white building. Don't know what it is now. But as we come round this corner, there's a nice bakery in Brora. I don't believe it's Harry Gow's. Yeah, it's Gow's Bakery. It's quite nice in there, sandwiches, pies, etc. And the same little bit, so that's Harry Gow's on your left there. And then here, the Red Dragon Chinese takeaway. That's got to be one of my best in Scotland. That's the best takeaway in Scotland. There's cafes here, there's a co-op on your right and a car park off to your right down there. You can get a nice little beach in Brora, which you can get to if you turn right just here, turn down Golf Road. You can get to a nice beach down there. There's also Sid Spice here, Indian. That's meant to be quite good. But honestly, that Red Dragon, that's the best Chinese I've found in all my years up in Ireland. That was my favourite one. That was my best Chinese, that. Garage here for your fuel. And then there's another garage coming up on your left. I don't know how good the garage is, the Victoria garage, but I took a car there years ago, and we're having problems with it, and all I got told is, oh, if somebody else has looked at it, another garage, then we don't want to touch it. So I thought, well, what does that mean to mean? I'm sure everybody's car, somebody's looked at it, another garage at some point or another, you know. That's more or less like, just come out and say I don't want to do the job, do you know what I mean? But yeah, this is leaving Brora now. And then next stop will be Helmsdale. As we're heading up the coast, we're going straight north up the A9 on the east coast now. Nice distillery down here, down this turning. When they were delivering wood and coal and everything down that road. Nice distillery. Distillery's also got a visitor centre. And this is just heading north now on the A9. And that's a view right up the coast. It's pretty good. We'll show you when we get up the top of Berrydale. Well, up the top from Berrydale on the other side. That's quite a famous hill and corners as you go into Caithness, Berrydale Braes. We'll show you the view up the coastline from there, but that's looking up towards Helmsdale and things. And this here we're coming up to is Helmsdale, you can see in the distance. My granddad used to live on that top row of houses up there years ago, and we used to live here about 6 years ago in Helmsdale. It's got a nice fish and chip shop in Helmsdale. It's called La Mirage, and you get massive portions of chips. Literally, honestly, if you go in and have, as they call it up here, a fish supper or battered sausage, whatever you have, king rib, don't order more than one portion of chips with things, because honestly you get a massive bag full, and you'll believe me when you see it if you come here. It's like unreal. It'll feed 6 here. But yeah, this is the Helmsdale Bridge to the harbour. The harbour's on the right there. That's where I used to fish, under the left side of the bridge. And there's toilets. If you turn left here down the side of the hotel, there's toilets down there, and shop and everything like that. We used to live down Sutherland Street, that one on the left. That used to be a garage years ago, derelict now. That's a hostel, if anybody needs to stay in a hostel when they come do any backpacking holidays or something like that. That's actually the hostel there. If you turn left at the hostel there, you can actually get right up. It takes you up to a place called Melvick, and that's on the top coast, which that you can cut through if you want to turn right then to Thurso, or you turn left as if you're going to Tong, Betty Hill, and all the way across the top coast towards Durness. So that's a good cut through. It's a nice road, that's called the Strath. So that's from Helmsdale up the Strath, it's called. And that's nice, up to Melvick. That's a nice road. Some nice scenery up there. Now we're just starting to come out of Helmsdale, and I'll show you some footage of the coast anyway up here. And we've just passed into Caithness, guys, as you probably see the sign back there. This is the start of Caithness, and it's a fairly big area, this top right hand corner, eastern corner in Caithness. And then when you leave Caithness, which we'll show you tomorrow or the day after or whenever, you leave it just after the village of Ray, just past Doomray, where the power plant is, which we'll show you, like I say, tomorrow or the next day. Then you leave Caithness and enter Sutherland. This is Berrydale Braes, as you would have seen on the sign just coming by then. This is quite a well-known set of corners, bad corners, and an incline, a steep descent and a steep ascent. And this is where a few people have had accident, 13% gradient. Got keeping a low gear down here. There is an escape bed at the bottom, which you'll see. just shortly. And when you're down in Berrydale, at the bottom down here, there's a nice little cafe we'll show you just when we're passing. I once seen a fish lorry from Scrabster up in Thurso pull off to come up the other side of this where we're coming down, and lost all its load. Fish all across the road everywhere. Just spilled out the back door down this bottom. It rolled down here, all the way down here. There were fish. You had to kind of drive through them. So that's your escape lane there anyway, if your brakes fail, which you don't want happening coming down here. They've just recently redone all these corners on the other side, going back up the hill here, to make it a bit more better, because it was a little bit steep and there's been a few accidents. But here where this car's coming out of, you turn left in there, and that's where the cafe is, but it's closed for the season, so it must be only out seasonally down there. And then in a minute, coming on here, when we're climbing up the other side, this is looking up in a minute here to the bad corner where all the things what were coming down that have accidents. Been a couple of buses go over, things like that across these barriers. Well, not these ones, but the old ones. This corner's been redone, made into a less sharp hairpin. It's still a hairpin nonetheless, but they took the main sting out of it, if you like, and redone it all. If you ask me, it would still be better off with a bridge across here, but... And you have got a lay-by here, and a little bit of a walk thing up there to a viewpoint. But as we come up this hill, leaving Berrydale, Braes, you'll see a view right up the coastline, which it should be quite good today because it's clear and we've got some nice sunshine. So we'll leave you to enjoy the views of which you'll be looking, and it's up towards John O'Groats and Wick, up the coastline where you'll be looking in a moment. We'll leave you with the scenery anyway for a minute. This is a little place called Dunbeath, as you may have seen on the sign up there. You see it? This is a bit of a hill to drop down. There's an escape bed here, 400 yards away. There's not really that much at Dunbeath. Heritage Centre that way. There's the Bay Owl restaurant, if it's still open, just up the other side of here. There's a little shop. I used to deliver to that shop years ago. A little old man's got a little spa shop there. There's a harbour down there to your right, which you can go to. And like I say, up here there used to be the Bay Owl restaurant. Which is now something else, I think. Well, that's where it was anyway, on the right there. And as you're leaving Dunbeath, just a bit further up on your... Well, on here there's Inver Caravan Park. You turn left for that down here. So that's a good bit of useful information. You need to stay anywhere. And if they've got space, in the caravan park. And then just further on as you're leaving, there's a museum, a little thatched roof museum on your right hand side, as you can see it up there with the thatched roof as we're approaching. and they have got tea rooms. They might be shut at this time of year, but it's a little museum type place with a tea room. Laid hay museum and tea room there. Although it's shut because it's only small at this time of year. It's shut. So then just down here, on your right hand side, shortly after, I'll show you in a minute. This is where they did all the reindeer. There's actually a reindeer farm just there. We'll see if there's any out to get any footage of. They may or may not be out in the field, so we can have a little look and see. We'll go by in a minute. And that's just coming up in a minute. In the fields on your right hand side. Keeping my eyes out, but I can't see any reindeer at the minute. Well, that's the sheds from there, usually down there, what you can see. Can't see any at the moment. They're all down in, I think they're all near the sheds. Oh, they're cows. Where the reindeer are, and then the reindeer, there could be other side there. You can't really see them because of trees anyway. Must be still out with Santa, yeah. That's Smerrill. You can take that cut through. It's a scenic route to get through to Watton. And this is Lathering Wheel. There's a village and harbour. I'm not sure if there's a little shop down there or not. Probably is, I think. And then we're just going to go through little villages as we head up then. As we head up to Wick. Well, just as we're coming down here in a moment, see that there's a left turning, and that can cut you out through to the Watton Road and through to as we call it from up here, the Watton Road, and this is coming into Lathering. You can actually cut left and go up cut through to Thurso to save carrying on and going straight to Wick, but we're obviously going straight up to Wick and John O'Groats that side. That's Thurso, and the Scrabster ferry, which you can catch across to Stromness. And then there's obviously the Gills Bay ferry, further up here near John O'Groats, which takes you across to Orkney as well. And as you can see, it's starting to rain, but over Wick in the Highlands, the double rainbow nearly. See two on there is shining bright. What a nice sight. That is a nice double rainbow. Just as we're going to go into Wick. Very nice. As you can see, we're in windy Wick. There's a little swimming pool, what's a man-made thing at side at shore, just across that direction. That's called the Trinkie. So, it's a bit windy up here today, a bit cold. And this, guys, is the Trinkie. Says it there, Trinkie, right on the thing, and that's the swimming pool there. It's like a man-made pool down there. The Trinkie is, where you can swim. Obviously, if you like cold weather swimming, so that's it. You come down here and take a swim in the Trinkie. Looking ice cold today though, no thanks. Catch you later, guys. This is heading from the Trinkie swimming pool, well, outdoor, whatever it is, man-made pool, sea pool, to Wick. That's Wick over there, which we can put some footage of us going through Wick. That's where my friend lives, up at this estate here, one of my friends. And this, guys, down here is dropping into Wick Harbour, which there's a nice chippy down here. A way bridge on your right, turn right down there, across the shore. And then down here there's a nice cafe here, Wicker's World Cafe it's called. Which is just here on your left. It's a cafe, that's a nice cafe, they do everything in there. On the harbour. And then this here is the harbour chip shop there on the left. That's quite nice. And this is just Wick. Leave you with a shot of Wick. Shops, everything in here. Everything you want in Wick, B&M's. Everything really, what anywhere else has got, to be fair. Big Tesco's, Lidl's, Co-op, swimming pools, everything in here, Wick. There's a nice campsite over the other side of the Wick Hospital. I think it's called Riverside Campsite in Wick. That's where we usually stay when we come up visit up round here, visiting family and stuff and different things. And that's a nice campsite, because which you'll see in a moment. This is the river at Wick, and you can walk all the way up, hence the name Riverside. You can walk from the campsite, there's a path all alongside the river, so that's a nice one to stay at, Riverside Campsite. And they've actually just done it up, they've done it all up just in recent year or so gone by, which it's quite nice now. Better toilets and showers since they've redone them. If anybody's been prior to Riverside Campsite at Wick, and the toilets and showers wasn't very good, well, last year they've done it all up, so you can walk down the side of the river up there to the campsite, around that corner and up there, which is pound stretches down here. There's everything down here. All your Indian restaurants, everything. But anyway, going back to the campsite, if you want to stay there, like I say, since they've done it up, the toilets, showers, A1, brilliant. Highly recommend staying there. And then down here, there's this Chinese on your right here. This is a nice Chinese called the New Lucky 8. And then this is down to pound stretchers, which I like to frequent. It's nice going in pound stretchers. I think if I ever become a millionaire through YouTube, which I don't think I'll ever happen, I think I'll still be shopping in pound stretchers. It won't change me that much, you know. Hi guys, just a quick one now. I'd like to wish all our viewers and Kojak, my granddoggy, and my kids, Kane, Kaylee, Walt, Lila, Poppy, all Happy New Year, and I'll see you in the new year. And to all you guys, whoever else follows us, please hit like and subscribe if you can for the videos. and this is going to be it until 2026, which isn't far away. So enjoy your celebrations wherever you are and whatever you're doing, and Happy New Year from us, from the Courtney 5 on tour, and there'll be loads more to come over 2026. Thanks guys, thanks for watching, bye.